Hi, beautiful. Welcome to Meticulous Coaching with your special host, Domonique, aka Daisy Grant.
My head above the water. Hey beauty, welcome back to the channel. It's Daisy here, formerly known as Random Mom from Ontario, and welcome to Meticulous Coaching. Now, I have a little bit of a story today. Tell Diana it is now your turn. Dear, to film when you don't have kids around. This is why it's important to have systems and automation put in place to carry your voice, your message, your purpose for you, so that you can focus on your family, yourself, your health, your relationship with the Father, serving, so on and so forth. But anyways, I want to get into this story. So this is what a millionaire coach told me or said to me about AI while I was on a workshop with her and her team. We were learning ads, and she was teaching us her copyright method for really high converting ads. And she at one point said, you really have to get specific on the messaging, you really have to get specific, you really have to speak to your unique gifting, your unique approach, what makes you special, what makes you a one of one, not a one of many, which I've heard in other people's teachings, but everyone teaches it different. Everybody teaches it for a different purpose. For me, the way I would teach being a one-of-one is that everyone has their own unique voice, their own unique fingerprint, their own unique spirit and soul, calling and purpose. We all approach things differently, and we want to know what that is for you, and you want to know what that is for me. And for me, it's automation and overflow. So anyways, let's get into it. We're doing the copyright, and she was saying, everything needs to be very specific, tailored to your unique gifting, so on and so forth. And I was like, I commented and I was like, okay, so everything has to be specific. I get it, you have to be very specific. And then the CEO commented and she was like, yes, especially if you're relying on AI. And I was like, well, first of all, how do you know that I'm relying on AI? Because I never had a personal conversation with her about my offers and so on and so forth. But I did order a done for you funnel from them. And so they saw my messaging, they saw my framework, they saw the information that I was giving to them, and they saw that I was creating GPT, so on and so forth. And I was using GPT. So I was just like, okay, so they clearly have remembered what I wrote or what I am building here. Because she made that, it was very clear, and it was just kind of, it's whatever. I don't take offense to it. I just know that they see that this is where I'm going with my business. The thing is, they don't know that I trained my GPT for 6 months, that I was having continuous conversation. And once I realized that you could train them to do what you want, I was very intentional and very strategic about the information that I fed my GPT, and the files that I was giving it, the thought process I wanted it to have, the approach that I wanted it to have, and I taught it to speak in my voice. That's what you do with GPT. You do have to train it. That's a no-brainer. I mean, for most people, it's a no-brainer. And then so later on in this workshop, I don't want to say head honcho because that's very masculine, but the COO, or the face and owner of the brand. She was saying to someone, because I believe somebody else in there was doing ChatGPT, or maybe she was saying it to me, I don't know, me directly. She said, oh, you can't just use ChatGPT. Like, the thing is about ChatGPT, you have to train it. And I was just like, okay. Like, I mean, if you're anyone who really wants to utilize ChatGPT in order to create automation, in order to outsource, you know that you have to train it. But I just don't think that these millionaire coaches know that. Well, they don't know. They don't know me personally. They're just seeing me at face value. So it's expected of them to be like, oh, this girl doesn't know what she's talking about. Oh, this girl doesn't understand, or da-da-da-da-da. I've been training my ChatGPT, and I'm so excited because honestly, it has been so helpful. I now call it a business management asset. And the funny thing is, there are other millionaire coaches out there like Leanne Mosley, who has an AI, a part of her brand, a part of her offer suite that she allows you to buy and allows you to use, and it speaks in her voice, it uses her frameworks, and so on and so forth. And I'm sure she's making thousands of dollars from that. And I've heard really great feedback from her clients on how it has helped them, and so on and so forth. So we know it's not something that isn't possible. It is possible. You just have to be strategic. And that's where I come in. I am teaching women to use it not only to help keep their content consistent, but also to show up from a space of overflow. So they can continue to do the mundane. However, my Mc Mentor, which is what I call her, helps you to magnify, clarify, and refine your messaging. Okay, so yes, it does help you with captions and content and things like that. But then also, she knows my offers. She also has my frameworks on there. So if there's somebody struggling with reframing or things like that, what she'll do is she'll recommend one of my tools. My Mc Mentor works in a similar fashion as Leanne's. However, obviously Leanne is more established. She's a multi-million-dollar coach. And so obviously that speaks to the credibility. However, I'm on my way and I'm here, and I move differently. I move from purpose and calling, and I believe in the Creator, the Father, and I call him Yahuwah. And so I'm bringing a whole different spin on it. What I really want to help women do is to expand through automation, and also to refine, amplify through automation, using the GPT tools, but also using voice-led podcasting, private audio series, funnels. Yes, we can use YouTube, but YouTube is not a home for what I'm doing, coaching. When you want to be very intimate and you want to have your frameworks, it's really easy for me as a mother to use audio. It really makes sense for me because I do have the 5 children, and today is a PA day, so I'm not even sure why I'm doing this right now. However, sometimes the rock or the Holy Spirit just moves the way it wants to move, and I have the thought and idea right now, so I have to make sure I capture it. So my Mc Mentor has helped me to stretch and grow and magnify my voice and messaging in such a short period of time. And I'm excited to offer this to other women who know that they're valuable, who know that they have a voice that needs to be carried, that needs to be honored and respected, and also know that what they have inside of them is valuable and it needs to be heard. So I wanted to share this story because even the millionaire coach who said this to me has a GPT in her offer suite, and her GPT is for qualifying your offers. So I'm creating an offer and I want to know if it's actually valid, if it will actually sell, so on and so forth. So she has one too that she uses. And the next level for me is I'm also teaching women how to train GPTs, how to train business management assets through GPTs. And I use a proprietary method called the voice method to allow you to train your CEO assistant to speak in your voice and to act as an extension of your message, your ministry, your movement, or your business. So that's the difference between me. But yeah, I did train my AI and my GPT, and I am going to these coaching seminars and so on and so forth because I do realize that personal growth and business growth is important, and that there are many lessons to be learned, and I'm learning and I'm growing, and I am excited because you take bits and pieces and you make them your own, and that's what's to be expected. So I'll see you soon, hon. So if you are interested on having a one-on-one point of view on how I accomplished all of this and how I have now taken that 6 months of training and condensed it into my proprietary AI training voice method, then text me Overflow at 289-201-2765. I will see you soon, beauty. Let's go. The point in me sharing this story is just to show you that there are some coaches out there, millionaire coaches, with limiting beliefs about the power of AI and how it can actually amplify and expand one's business and reach and message. And there are others who are making millions from using AI and utilizing AI. So you can be on either side. Which side do you want to be on? Make a decision. I'm going to teach you how to train that AI business asset with integrity. We're not losing your voice. We're fine-tuning and amplifying.
Thank you for joining Daisy. Father's continued blessings. See you soon, beauty. 2 Corinthians 5:7. For we walk by faith, not by sight.